Hello, I'm Elgato and welcome back to the Minecraft Bedrock video. Today, Minecraft Bedrock is officially 1 year old, or at least officially the 1.2 update, which was the first Minecraft Bedrock, or as it's simply known now, Minecraft update release. That's right, a year ago today, Minecraft Pocket Edition, Minecraft Windows 10, the brand new Minecraft Xbox, the brand new Minecraft Switch, and a whole bunch of other platforms officially merged and launched under the official same name, which was Minecraft. And although Minecraft is what it's officially called, Minecraft Bedrock is what it's called by most of the community to distinguish it from other versions of the game. And today I wanted to talk about whether this Better Together update, the update which combined all of those platforms together as effectively being the same game with the same multiplayer on all of those platforms, whether that was a success or whether it wasn't necessarily so much of that. So that's what we're going to be going through in today's video. I hope you all do enjoy. So we're going to be breaking this down into 5 major parts. We're going to start with kind of like the 5 key areas of what went so wrong, because let's be honest, when Minecraft Bedrock launched last year, it was a huge mess on most platforms, but in particular the 2 brand new platforms they were trying to launch on, because they officially were replacing Minecraft Switch, although that got delayed and eventually came out basically, almost a year later. But Minecraft Xbox One Edition was officially replaced with Minecraft Bedrock, and a lot of things went wrong all at one go. So let's go through them. Again, it's 5 major parts. The first one was the fact that it felt like a mobile game on consoles. A lot of people, when they play the game, they're like, really, this feels like I've plugged a controller into my tablet, and there was a reason for that. It's because they used the exact same control system they'd used previously in Windows 10, but also the phones and stuff. It worked like you were controlling like very indirectly, and a lot of people didn't like that. It did not control well. It did not feel like the controls were actually fitted for a controller. It felt to a lot of people like having controller support was an afterthought, which would make sense, when you're playing on an iPad where, let's be honest, like maybe 1 in 100 people will plug their controller, but when you're talking about a console, that is 99.999 in every 100 people that has a controller, and just having the controls not be good was a really bad first impression for most people, where they just, again, the game didn't feel necessarily great. And the second big problem was the fact that the game and the menus and really every part of navigation felt like a mobile game. And this wasn't only because a lot of people had played Minecraft Pocket Edition, and they'd know what the menus looked like, and they saw this is just Minecraft Pocket Edition, but on the Xbox, but it was also because of the fact that, that there were huge buttons on a, Xbox screen. When you have a console game, you expect buttons of a certain size. They're huge buttons of a huge logo with just a few small things in the corner. Again, it didn't feel like a game which was optimized to be played in your living room, or in an office, or some form of, like, larger TV than you're used to when you're playing on, like, again, a small pocket device. So that was a big issue. The third big issue is the fact that a lot of people saw the marketplace as being an easy cash grab. Again, they took a game which previously did not have microtransactions, it had DLC, and they added a microtransaction system, a mine coin system to an Xbox game. Again, replacing a game which had already come out and then implying like, oh yeah, but it's the same, but it has the coins. To a lot of people just felt like, oh, so this is a version which will make Minecraft more money, because in Minecraft Bedrock, when it first came out, there was opportunities to buy realms, again, something you couldn't previously buy, more options to spend money. There was opportunities to buy microtransactions and even loot crates on servers, again, a thing you couldn't previously buy, and there was options to buy a lot more store content, which meant that basically the bigger, new thing that they were showing off, the thing that worked flawlessly in the update, was the ability to get more money from you, and a lot of people saw that as a negative thing. The fourth big problem is the fact that the game seemed like a buggy mess, and when I say seemed like a buggy mess, I mean it was a buggy mess. So when we're talking particularly about the Xbox One right here, you've got to bear in mind the game had so many issues, and you just remember that it was literally crashing pretty frequently when you got into the game. If you tried to have a survival on this version, it would crash on a regular basis. When you load up the game, it would crash on a regular basis. When you suspended the game, went into your dashboard, did something else, it would crash on a regular basis, and then sometimes not restart. If you switch from playing the old Minecraft Xbox One and this Minecraft Xbox One, the game would crash. If you the long list of problems where there'd be crashes, the long list of things in the gameplay which wouldn't quite work as they should, like dragging blocks in a row, there were so many issues, and yeah, the game was a buggy mess. The online servers didn't work correctly, and yeah, it had just problems with not necessarily functioning correctly. And then finally, on top of all those other things, you might think, oh, so, I mean, porting a mobile game and having it not control great, having it not look great, having it have more ways to extract money, and then being buggy, that's pretty bad, right? But the other big problem was there was missing some features. The 1.2 Better Together update was one attempt to actually bring a lot of features from Minecraft Console Edition into Minecraft Bedrock for the first time. They took bone blocks, they took banners, they took a lot of other features which previously hadn't existed in Bedrock, and they brought them over. However, they didn't take everything. They didn't take the furnace minecart, for instance. They didn't take minigames, which was a big thing for some people. They didn't take a few other key survival features which people actually did value, limited world sizes, amplified, custom super flats, the ability to use firework elytras in creative, the ability to use, I think, elytras in creative at all, just by tapping A. There's a lot of like tiny missing features here and there, and those are the 5 big things that went wrong with Minecraft Bedrock. And I figured now it's been a year off, like the game, a year off, not only just, doing stuff like this, but just updates and stuff like that. How has Minecraft Bedrock improved in a year? If you haven't played it all in the last year, if you've been sticking to Minecraft Xbox One Edition or Minecraft PlayStation 4 Edition and being like, ho ho ho, glad we don't have that, what has happened in the last year? Let's dive into each of those last 5 points one by one and kind of dive into how much has improved, if anything at all. So first of all, was the fact that controls did not work in Minecraft Bedrock. What has improved in the last year? And I would say the simple answer is that they have refined the controls. It's always going to be a point where like, oh yeah, it feels different to the old version. If you play Minecraft, like Xbox One Edition, then you play Minecraft Bedrock, you're going to notice some tiny changes, but the truth is that, they're very few and far between. It's mostly to do with the game engines. The game runs pretty much the same in terms of controller support on Minecraft Xbox One and Minecraft Bedrock. This is how it should have been at the start, you can argue, but they have entirely fixed it. They've made it so if you're placing a big row of blocks, it works correctly now. It doesn't like stop placing halfway through the line. They lined up a lot of things with the 4J way of doing things because they learned that, oh yeah, well, I mean, the way it works in the console editions clearly was properly set up for a controller, and I really like that they learned from that. Again, it's a small and obvious thing to do, but the fact that they did it quite quickly too, I think that is something where, like 2 thumbs up, they really fixed the controls, and they did it quite well. Again, I play Minecraft Bedrock, and I find it to be just delightful. I go back from Minecraft PS4 to Minecraft Bedrock, and I find both versions to be just as well controlling. However, the second thing, which is about, the menu screens, I would say this isn't necessarily quite as well done. So it's worth keeping in mind now, again, console players in particular, have worked out that the menu screen for this game is actually controllable in a way the game doesn't let you. So there's only 2 game options that the game has regarding menus. There's GUI scale, which is like 0 and -1. However, there is something called a safe area. If you adjust the safe area, you can kind of make your own GUI scale. So a lot of people like myself have much better sized menus than come by default. Again, I really like my Minecraft console menu right now. I think it is the right size, and the fact that they updated it with 1.5 as well to add a separate option for setting in the store rather than having them next to each other, which I didn't understand. I'm sure there was some touch reason for that. I like that they made Minecraft just a little bit more friendly. I think it's not all the way it needs to be. I think we need a new menu screen, and that is something they're working on. In a year though, it's gotten better. Maybe, like half the problem has been solved, and again, for like half the people. However, I think the big change is still to come, so this isn't solved, but it's mostly solved, I'd say. The third problem, which is that of the marketplace, it's there. If we're being honest, the fact that the Minecraft marketplace is still the only way that you can get Minecraft skins or Minecraft texture packs, I think it is a little bit cheesy. The store kind of makes sense for Minecraft iOS, Android, the platforms where you're selling the game for a lot cheaper, because guess what? You sold the game to them for $6, they've got a lot more than $6 value. If they want to give you more money, and it's entirely optional, that's fine. However, on Minecraft console, it already costs a subscription to play the game yearly. The game already costs a lot more, and having this be the only way is a little bit like, it seems like it's an afterthought platform. Like, yeah, you can play together with your friends, but there's the microtransactions there, and I think they've improved the quality of stuff in the store. I've been enjoying quite a few things, but it still feels a bit cheesy. It's like, this is the only way, it's locked down this way, and that is something they are actually working to improve. The Minecraft dashboards have actually been working on it. The only reason they haven't done it is because of the the platform holders, in this case Nintendo and Microsoft. So I want to give them a little bit of pass on this one. Like, they're working on it, but we still haven't seen much improvement. The marketplace is basically the same. They've been talking about improvements to how the the coin system's going to work. They've been talking about adding skins, and I know that's Microsoft's fault and not the same Microsoft that makes Minecraft, like the company that makes the consoles. But still, it's something where even though it's not their fault, it still hasn't been fixed. The marketplace is still one of the few things which works pretty flawlessly all the time, which is great in terms of giving Minecraft money. So yeah, that's something where it hasn't improved at all. The marketplace hasn't been addressed. There hasn't been a free certain number of coins given to console users to make up for the fact that either their game was more expensive or for the fact that they're paying for a yearly subscription to play, or monthly subscription, whichever way you do it, to pay the game. I think that would be a fair balancer, because if you're going to have a system where it's the only way we can do things and it already costs more for us on the console, it feels like it's being double discriminated against right there. And yeah, long story short, the Minecraft marketplace is it's not been fixed in the slightest, and the changes are coming, but they haven't come right now. So there's not really any progress in that one. Next up, we have the fact that the game was a buggy mess when it came out. Like, literally no one can defend Minecraft Xbox when it first came out, besides saying, oh yeah, in the 40 minutes where you can play between crashes, it's really great in those times. Sometimes you get a lot done in those cases and your world doesn't get corrupted. However, again, the truth was there wasn't any defending it at the time, and now there is some defending it. Again, I would say progress is made right here. The game of Minecraft does not crash when playing it, except sometimes while playing servers and sometimes while doing weird things, like if you've loaded up the game twice already, and sometimes when you're loading up the game, it does have issues. However, these are much further and fewer in between. However, I will say, whoever is developing Minecraft Bedrock for the Xbox, if there is even a separate team for that. Wait, actually, let me answer my own question. I know there's not a separate team. I know not a single person in the Minecraft, Bedrock development team plays on the Xbox, because you know how I can tell that? Because if you try and, you go back to the dashboard, you do something else, you load up something, and then you go back to Minecraft, it doesn't correctly launch the game again. It does this weird thing where it restarts it from scratch, and then a decent amount of the time, it will just crash. If you go out to the store, you just check in like, oh, what's new to buy today? If you go check out a stream, if you watch YouTube, if you do anything else, even though Minecraft is running in the background, and even though it's a platform requirement on the Xbox to have games correctly function in that multitask mode, it does not work from one of Microsoft's own first-party titles. Additionally, on the same kind of page, they haven't added 4K support for Xbox One X's, which, is something that they were meant to do earlier this year, but again, that's something where it's like, okay, they're getting around to that. So yeah, Minecraft bugs, they've made progress, they've made the game playable, they've made it great. To me, it seems though like is very playable shouldn't be the benchmark. It should be, crashes should be a rare thing for when you're doing weird exploits. It shouldn't be the sort of thing where it's like, oh, guess what? If you play Minecraft Bedrock on the Xbox, then you're gonna have crashes, or why don't you choose to play a different game? Wait, we can't say that, we make this game. I feel like that's their thought process in their head, and to me it's like it's a weird thing. So as far as buggy mess has been concerned, some progress. And the final thing is missing features. How many of the missing features have been added back into Minecraft Bedrock? And the simple answer to this question is not very many. This is one of the areas where there has been not so much progress made as well. They added new host options, and they added coordinates after the biggest debate back and forth. But the options that have been added, they've all been very easy ones, like things they had to flip a switch for. They haven't focused on stuff like new custom superflats. I'd love that to be proven wrong. I'd love them to announce it tomorrow, and for me to look silly because I made this video today and they just announced a new feature. I would love to see that happen. However, there is still no amplified, there is still no custom superflat, there is still no option to have exit without save, there's still no option to have, worlds generate in different sizes to what they normally do. All of these options are, besides infinite and small, the Minecraft book edition sizes, a lot of things are still just, missing in that same regard. And although there are features to replace it, infinite worlds is nice, realms is nice, servers is nice, all these things are nice. If you're gonna discontinue the old version of the game, which has happened, I think it is only, at least fair to the people who played that old version that now, gonna have to switch over to give them the features that they're currently lacking, because I still have to go back to a version of the game which now doesn't have updates to play around with stuff like that, and to me that seems absurd. There's two versions of the game that I can play. I can play on Minecraft, Xbox if I want to play the Bedrock version, and then if I want to use features that aren't in Bedrock, I have to play a version of the game they don't officially support, or more realistically, because it's the better and it's still currently being updated version, I have to go over to my PlayStation. That's right, there are some features that you can't get on your Xbox, but you can get on a PlayStation, and to me, that signifies bad synergy between the team who's making the decisions about who should be playing which version, and the teams that are actually adding features. And again, I'm sure this is, the features thing is going to be fixed much more in the future, but for now, I just want to kind of say, how is Minecraft Bedrock doing after a year? Lots and lots of progress. Minecraft Switch users have absolutely no problems, it seems. I have never spoken to a Switch user who regrets the old Switch version being transferred over, and nowadays I see very few people, maybe 20% of the community, who is still playing the old Xbox One version and is still bitter about the switch to Minecraft Bedrock. However, it seems as though most people have making the switch, however, reluctantly is still the word. And honestly, if I was in Minecraft's shoes, I wouldn't want people to be playing my game reluctantly, When I invite people around my house, which I do once a week actually, we play games, I don't lock the door behind them and go, well, they're in my house now, I guess I can focus on getting other guests in here. Wow, thank God they're staying with me forever. No, you gotta value the people who are trying to be loyal to you. You gotta really value the fact that if you've stopped them from doing something else, they were all going to go to a party, but now I've said, oh, that party, you're not allowed to go to it because you must go to my thing, otherwise I might kill your dog, If I said that to my friends, then I'd better at least make sure they have a good time at my house. You can't just be like, well, they can't leave my house because otherwise I'll kill their dog. It's like, no, you've still gotta, just because they can't do the other thing, you still don't want them to do your thing, because the people who are making the business decisions behind, Minecraft on Xbox clearly seem to think that well, there's only two games in the universe, there's Minecraft Xbox One Edition, and there's Minecraft Bedrock, and if people, can't play that one, they have to play our one, but the truth is, there's lots of games, and if you want people playing your game, you have to, and, especially given it's this multi-platform thing, you have to acknowledge, hey, we are Microsoft, we own this console, we should make the experience on this console as good as it can be. And yeah, that's what all I'm saying is that one person on the Minecraft development team, maybe a team of people should be focused on the Xbox One and making a more usable experience, because there are so many people, you know, like I have a channel that's mostly focused around the console versions of Minecraft. There are so many people who watch me who are just like, oh yeah, I started playing a whole bunch less, Minecraft this past year, that are just getting back into it now because they're like, oh, it's changed, it's a little bit better. And if you want more people to, when they come back, have that same positive experience, you've got to try and bring these things over. And again, they make a lot of progress in some areas, they're making progress in other areas, but yeah, I think in 2 years' time, we should be saying, oh yeah, this is the objectively better version, rather than saying, oh yeah, on like 3 or 5 points, it's really good, and on the other 2, there's not really too much going down. That's how it should be, in my opinion, but that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Happy 1-year anniversary, Minecraft Bedrock people. Happy anniversary, anyone who's here on the channel. If you don't know, this has actually been one of the roughest years as far as, I guess, my channel goes, because I switched over to Minecraft Bedrock at some point in the year. I think it was earlier in 2018, and, the problem with making the shift is, like, in the Minecraft Bedrock space, I focus on survival stuff. I focus on, like, real, important facts and things going on. What every other Minecraft Bedrock or Minecraft Pocket Edition channel seems to be about is, like, here's some fake thing, I'm going to try and convince you to do it, because that's what, you know, statistically makes the most ad revenue. I try not to do that. I try to focus on actual features inside the game, things to help you improve your survival experience, and I hope you all do value that. I hope you do all value the truth-based and, you know, survival-based content on this channel. If you do, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe with the notifications turned on, because that is the best way to see these videos every single day on your homepage, regardless if you do or not. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you all learned or gained something from it, regardless whether you're an Xbox player or not, and I guess I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.